It's strange how often this happens. The man nobody takes seriously ends up becoming the one she can't stop thinking about, and from the outside, it rarely makes sense. People assume women choose based on obvious things, looks, status, confidence, but attraction rarely works that simply. Sometimes the people who create the strongest pull are the ones nobody expects. A lot of attraction happens quietly. Long before someone can explain why they like a person, their brain has already decided how that person feels to be around, and that feeling matters more than most people realize. Because the brain isn't only searching for perfection. It looks for comfort, familiarity, attention, and the feeling of being understood without trying too hard. That's why the man getting the most attention isn't always the one creating the deepest connection. Sometimes the quieter man notices things other people miss. Sometimes the overlooked man feels more real, less performative, less desperate to impress, and people feel that, especially now, when so many interactions feel forced or artificial. There's also another reason this happens, that people rarely notice the brain becomes more attached to things it can't fully predict. Not extreme confusion, not toxic behavior, just uncertainty. Someone slightly harder to read, someone who doesn't reveal everything immediately, someone whose attention feels natural instead of constant. That unpredictability keeps the brain engaged. It creates curiosity, anticipation, and emotional intensity, and sometimes people mistake that intensity for something deeper. This is why attraction often confuses people watching from the outside. Because attraction isn't experienced logically, it's experienced internally. Two people can meet the exact same man and walk away feeling completely different things. One person sees nothing special. Another person feels calm around him in a way they can't explain, and that feeling stays with them. There's also something interesting about people who get ignored most of their lives. A lot of them become very observant. They learn how to listen carefully, how to notice small shifts in people, how to understand others without needing to dominate every conversation. Not always, but often. And sometimes those qualities create stronger attachment than confidence alone ever could. Because confidence gets attention, but feeling understood creates closeness, and closeness is what people remember. That's why attraction can look irrational from the outside. People think they're judging the same person, but they're not experiencing the same version of him at all. One person is looking at appearance. The other is reacting to how their mind feels in that person's presence, and those are completely different things. Attraction has never been as simple as people want it to be, because the people who affect us most deeply are rarely the people who make the most sense on paper. Sometimes they're simply the people who make the brain feel something unexpected, and once someone feels that, it can be very hard to ignore. If this made you see attraction differently, stay around. Because on this channel, we break down the psychology behind human behavior, the patterns people experience every day, but rarely stop to understand.